Local candidates unedited. 10news.com. Click on Next Gen Politics.
Ridiculous.
You're the one who fell off your horse.
No better than I am.
Okay, well, okay, easy. Leaving you there, Nicholas, really didn't seem like an option.
You could have opened that knife when you know how mad I would have been if you did after all I did to help you.
Well, you should have thought of that before you went and tried to kill yourself.
For weeks, I have been fighting for my sons and their futures.
I know.
And I didn't realize the toll it was taking on us. But I do now, and I will fight just as hard for you.
That's all I wanted to hear
No,
you
it's
say.
not just words, Jax. I mean it. Tell me you believe it. Tell me.
I tell you that I'm no longer a criminal. That I want you to spend the rest of my life with me, but for whatever reason, I don't know why. This is starting to feel like that night in Bensonhurst when, you know, I was on one knee
This
and
is
you walked
all
away.
I've ever wanted, Sonny.
Then why do you look scared to death?
40 years of my life was in that house. You break in and just like that, burn it to the ground. You have no idea what you've done. No idea what it means to have an attachment to a place like that for so long. 40 years of memories. 40 years of junk. I was thinking about rebuilding, wondering how I was going to get rid of all that crap. You did me one hell of a favor.
Sorry, Spinelli, but now's kind of a bad time.
Most assuredly. The Jekyll apologizes for his most untimely intrusion.
No, stay. I'm the one who's leaving. Don't make me drop you on the floor or do anything else to embarrass you in front of your friend.
You know, you don't have to act all loyal to Lulu for Spinelli's benefit.
Perhaps Maximista should examine the possibility that the Son of Darkness is trying to prevent her from further embarrassment.
She's coming on to me to get back at Lulu.
Absolutely.
That is not true. Lulu is the one who has it out for me. She's only sticking with this job because of that, and she doesn't even care anything about fashion, as you can tell from the way she dresses.
You and Fair Lulu are now a united front, as it were. Advancement in your chosen career path depends on you and Lulu working in well-oiled blonde synchronicity.
I know you're trying to help, but I'm talking about my personal life with Johnny.
Sorry, but there's nothing to talk about.
That's a shame because I kind of like you. And I think I'm a little more your speed than Miss Pity Me.
Okay, you're wasting your time, Maxie. I'm only interested in Lulu.
Is that clear enough for you?
How did we get here? And how do we do this now?
We just try to be clear about what happened and why, about what we want.
Oh, God, Jax, I want you. I want you, and I need you.
You know, we were both dealing with what happened to Michael in, different ways. I mean, I'm a fixer, I started gathering facts and making arrangements, and you, on the other hand, you're the exact opposite. You're impulsive and emotional. You had all these things going through your mind, and you didn't know what to do.
I just want things to be different. Different from how they were with Michael. I want Morgan to be safe, and I want him to feel safe. And I want you to go on being his father, and I want you to go on being my husband. And I don't want you to think I take you for granted, because I don't.
Hey, well, don't just tell me what I want to hear.
I'm not.
Okay, because if we're gonna make it through this, we're gonna have to be honest. Okay, we gotta lay it all out on the table, the good and the bad.
Up until now, I've given you every reason to run, you know? No matter how much I loved you, no matter how much I vowed to protect you, the violence was always there, affecting your world, the way you live. You're on medication for the rest of your life, right? And because my own son shot you.
Why do you have to take responsibility for every single thing?
Hey, I can give you a life that Michael never had. A life without bodyguards, bulletproof glass. A life that you don't have to run away from.
There are other things I'm scared of, Sonny.
Okay, but it's not...
Look, I loved you a lot when we were kids, and I built this wall around my heart, and you've been chipping away at it ever since I came back in your life. But the mob and the violence and the danger, that was always my way out, and now there isn't that.
No, you don't need an excuse. If you want out, all you gotta do is say it.
For a brick house that's someplace. What kind of accelerant did you use?
Next time I retaliate, I'm not gonna be so nice.
Car. Trevor's the fire department. He's talking to the
Let
captain
it burn. Let it all burn down.
You know, where I come from, when a man wants to off himself, generally he'll just wrap his teeth around a 45 and go out with a bang, you know? Literally. Okay, good. Not so good?
No.
Okay. Women are different, of course. You know, women will take a handful of sleeping pills and slide under a hot bath.
I wasn't trying to kill myself, okay?
Really?
Really.
That's what you said when I found you lying on the ground out there.
What were you doing wandering out in the woods anyway?
You're a trusty manservant, so I lied on in the stables. He has his concerns, Nicholas.
Alfred knows that I've been riding since I could walk.
Well, maybe, but you've only had a death wish since your fiancé died.
Did he tell you that?
Come on. Guy like Jeeves starts to blend into the walls after a while, but he knows everything, Nicholas. He sees everything.
Did Alfred tell you I had a death wish?
Why else would you be riding your horse in the middle of the night right after you had brain surgery?
Look, if I really wanted to die, I just wouldn't have had the brain surgery and let the tumor kill me so I could be with Emily. I have a son who depends on me.
You made it sound like a viable option. That's all I'm saying.
I don't expect you to understand. I told
Well,
you that
good.
before.
Okay, that's sweet. Take a deep breath. Ready?
I don't want to.
Come on, I want to see if you have any internal injuries. Take a deep breath. Ready? Oh, God. You know what? Obviously, Nicholas, you're obviously in pain. I think it's your ribs. You seem to be breathing okay to me.
I wouldn't kill myself. I'm not that selfish.
Okay, I take it back. You are not actively suicidal.
No.
But you're gonna take all the chances. And then you're gonna walk on the edge because, hey, there's no downside if you die in an accident, right? You don't have to miss your fiancé, and you don't have to have a son who grows up thinking that his father didn't love him enough to live for him.
I get the point. You think I'm a coward.
No, I don't think that. I don't. Look, after everything you told me about Emily, what you guys had, I get it. I get why you wouldn't want to live without her.
I cannot believe Maxie threw herself at you again. What'd she do this time? Drop her dress?
She merely sat on his lap.
And groped him?
Kissed him. But it was a small kiss that the Prince of Darkness did not respond to in any way.
Well, I'm sure it made him want to vomit. You wish.
It was a kiss not born of affection, more of a deep-rooted
Your
insecurity.
boyfriend is hot. You're a skank.
Okay, I'm not interested in Maxie. I've made that more than clear.
Yeah.
Well, you got nothing to be upset about.
It's true.
Oh, so now you think I'm a skank.
The truth I was referring to was not that truth. It was a larger truth that...
What do you want?
Get home now.
I don't take orders.
Jason Morgan retaliated. He torched your house. And there's gonna be nothing left but ashes.
What happened?
That little mob war I told you about. Started.
The last thing I want to do is leave you.
Things were different, you know, when you came back a year ago. I had 3 children. I ran an organization.
Yeah.
Now things have kind of, you know.
Yeah. You've taken a brave step to change the direction of your life.
Have I? My father was a gambler. He wreaked havoc on his marriage. You know what he would do? He would take all their savings and he'd gamble them all away, and then he'd come home with the same sorry excuse every single time. I'm not gonna do it again. And my mother would do everything she could to try to help him, plead to stop. One day, he had too many drinks, and he looked at her and he said, "Why do you put up with this? Why don't you give up?" And she said, "Because you're all I got left." And I'll never forget the look on his face. He said, "Don't put this on me. I can't handle it." And then he walked out. The point I'm trying to make right now is that I signed away 2 of my children, an organization and the power that comes with it, to a friend who is no longer in my corner. So everything that I've counted on is gone.
And you're wondering if I can handle it.
I'm wondering if it's even fair to ask.
I want you to be honest with me. Tell me that you're mad at me for making you see the truth about Michael.
You know, it turns out you were right about everything.
I wasn't there when Michael was shot. You know, I came in from the outside. And maybe that's why I was able to hear the doctors when they told us that Michael wasn't coming back. And I didn't think it was fair to let you live in denial. But it's only now I realize that, you know, how you must have felt once I started making arrangements for Michael's long-term care.
Jax, I was angry at everyone, especially me. Hell, I'm angry at fate and life and every self-centered choice I've made. I'm angry because my kid is laying in a bed for the rest of his life, but you were there and you took the brunt of it, and I'm sorry for that. I want to move past it. I want to let go. I just don't know how.
All right, easy. You know, you could be a lot more messed up than either of us realize. Maybe I should call the hospital and have them medevac a helicopter out here. Just
No.
come on, I'll tell them their biggest
don't need 'em.
benefactor injured his check writing hand, and they'll be here
I know
in 2 seconds.
too many people at that hospital. If they find out how I got hurt, they'll just jump to the same conclusions you are. And I don't want people there worrying about me.
Really?
Yeah.
Even Nurse Nadine.
Look, Nurse Nadine probably saved my life by pushing me to have this surgery. And she also put up with a lot from me in the process. I'm grateful for her.
That girl wants a lot more than a thank you, trust me.
What? What do you want? I care about her. What do you
Well,
do?
good. You should ask her out. You should make all her dreams come true.
Stop. I wouldn't be dishonest with her and make her think that we could ever have anything more than just a friendship.
Well, how do you know you can't if you never...
Because I'm still in love with Emily. And I always will be.
Ever fired a gun before?
Once!
How'd you do? How'd you do?
A friend attempted to educate me in the manly art.
Did you hit anything?
Cuboid and fifth metatarsal?
Huh?
My foot. I didn't realize the weapon was loaded. And...
First rule of gun safety, empty.
Empty.
Now, one of the keys to pistol marksmanship, the grip. You want to make sure the trigger finger...
runs as close to parallel to the axis of the bore as possible. It's something I learned from a wise and beautiful friend.
Okay, let's see you give it a try.
Okay. Ooh. I've been pumping iron. My delts are still a little sore.
Does it?
Spinelli, what are you doing here?
I know I can't hang on to my grief over Michael forever because it's not fair to you and it's not fair to Morgan, but I can't just pretend like it never happened and forget and move on. I don't know how to do that.
You know, when you fly a plane and you make the slightest shift in course, you don't even notice it at first. But the further you fly, the further you get away from your original destination. And that's how we do this. We make small changes. You know, you find the joys in every day. Watching Morgan grow up, seeing the world through his eyes, and then before you know it, you'll feel a little better. And things will get easier.
I don't know if I can do that.
I'll be right here with you.
I didn't want to come here, especially after showing up in Michael's. I see you the way that I did, but Jason and the Zakaras are going to war. And I think you're the only one who can stop it.
We know for sure this was Morgan?
I saw him with my own eyes. He wanted me to know.
The guy works quick, doesn't he?
He should have killed me when he had the chance.
He should never have had the chance. What the hell kind of a bodyguard are you? I had to pull Anthony out of that house all by myself. Where the hell were you? Nobody could find you.
Security is your guy. Law's department. If I'd have been in charge, Jason never would have gotten near that.
Okay, you are all missing the point. Jason Morgan could have killed you tonight. The fact that he didn't means that he wants peace.
Does that look like peace to you?
Do you still want to be with me now that I'm safer and just a regular guy?
I don't know. I can't lie. It does give me pause, considering what your new life as a legitimate coffee importer will be like. The idea of living life without the fear of getting shot. The idea of living a life that's spontaneous. Where you could travel. Have a hobby. And the truly frightening idea of seeing you in lime green plaid golf pants.
I look good in green. What are you talking
really?
about? Yeah.
Well, that's for sure.
I mean, I get used to it.
How could I? But what about all these people you've worked for and worked with all of these years? All these enemies that you've made, what about them?
They'll accept Jason. He's great at what he does. Next logical step, you know, to succeed me. And I wouldn't trust anybody else to do that.
maid let me come in.
Yeah, I gotta talk to that maid.
Yeah. It's just strange not being accosted by a pair of thugs the second that I step foot on the property.
Well, you know, I'm not in the business again. How many, you know?
Well, now's your chance to prove it. Jason just took his first action as head of your former organization. Yeah, the Zakara mansion is in flames as we speak. I think now might be a good time to make assurances to Mr. Zakara that you are indeed simply a hard-working coffee importer with no power and no stake in the outcome.
I got you some fresh water. I'm gonna give you one of those pills that you've been giving me. I mean, they're yours anyway.
The doctor prescribed me those after the surgery. I've been trying not to take them.
Why? What are you, Russian? You enjoy pain?
Yes, actually, I am Russian. I just like to keep a clear head.
Oh. Okay, well, listen. I need you to take these pills, okay? And it's really... You need to take the pills, Nicholas. It's the least you can do for me. You're ruining the whole troubled prince galloping through the moors thing that you got going on. Okay? Come on, take the pills, quick, before you destroy every woman's childhood fantasy, please. Take them pills. I'll take some with you. Want some help there?
Yeah.
It's good.
I thought you didn't have any childhood fantasies.
I didn't. It was a ploy to get you to take the pills.
Oh. So tell me, Miss Claudia, why are you going through so much trouble to help me? I mean, I know your big secret. You arranged to have Sonny Corinthos shot, but his son ended up in a permanent coma because of it. When I was lying out there in the woods, you could have just stepped on me and kept on walking, but you didn't.
Maybe I want to make sure you don't get up. Once those painkillers kick in, it wouldn't take much to put a pillow over your head and smother you. How would you like that? Go to sleep? You wake up with Emily?
In case it didn't register, Sonny signed over custody of Michael and Morgan to Carly, which means Carly no longer wants anything to do with
This isn't
politics.
Sonny. This is Jason, and Jason listens to you. This may sound out of line,
Well,
but...
in case I didn't make myself clear, we're in the middle of something.
You can hate me for doing this, but after what happened to Michael, I'm not going to stand by and let the violence get worse. So I'm just asking you to talk to Jason before somebody else gets hurt.
Okay, first of all, I don't hate you. There is nothing you can do to stop this. Lulu, it's the way the business works. And anyone close to it is going to get hurt. That's the way it is.
Look, the last time we talked, you said you were going to take Maxie to a museum or a concert, someplace you can impress her with your brilliance.
And that was before the Jackal witnessed Maximista throwing herself onto the lap of the Son of Darkness to expound on his hotness. The Jackal felt invisible. Exactly as Wise Georgie must have felt with me now, I sadly realize.
Yeah, but you do realize that the answer is not to go out and learn how to shoot a gun.
Yeah, but the female of the species is attracted to that swaggering danger of the alpha male. But sadly, I lack any and all of those manly skills.
Oh, no. You do have manly skills. The answer is we need to just figure out a way to bring them out.
So the house is burning. Nobody died.
It was a message. Tony Morgan wants us to know he can get to us anytime.
Unless we back off. Jason could have killed my father tonight, but he didn't.
Gentlemen, this was not a goodwill gesture. It was a warning.
Okay, you wanted to know what Morgan would do. Now you know. So leave it alone. We need to stick to our territory and let Morgan do the same.
He insulted me. He made me look weak.
But a war gets us nothing. He is younger than you, and he has a lot less to lose. The smart choice is to leave it alone. Let this be the end.
What makes you sure it was Jason?
Well, Jason made no attempt to hide the fact.
As a matter of fact, he walked right up to Anthony and he admitted that he torched the place in retaliation for a Corinthos ship that went down in the harbor yesterday.
Then Anthony should go to the police.
There's nothing resembling proof, Kate, okay? It'd be his word against Jason's. Now look, I know it is a futile attempt to ask you to accuse Jason, but I am here because, hypothetically, I am certain that a man in Anthony's position might want to retaliate, especially if he thinks that you're the one who gave the order.
Oh, I get it. You think that this is all a smokescreen? That I'm, you know, I'm running things behind the scenes?
Are you?
I don't think you smothered me in my sleep.
Don't overestimate my gratitude.
Tell your staff knows you're here. You'd never get away with it.
Yeah? I like that. That's good. That's really sweet. I mean, you don't believe in my compassion or my humanity, but you believe in my sense of self-survival, huh?
I'll tell you what I think.
You know what?
I think there's a lot more to you than just greed and ambition. Someone hurt you really bad, didn't they? Didn't they? Yeah, they did.
You got it wrong. It's this painkillers talking. Come on. You're the one who was hurt, Nicholas. You're the one who just lost the love of his life. And even with everything you were dealing with, you found it in your heart to care for me, to take care of me. Show me respect and kindness.
That's Emily. The part of her that's inside of me that I'm afraid of losing. I can't see her face anymore. I can't touch her. I can't hold her anymore.
How the hell could Lulu show up here and try to drag you back into this mob insanity?
Because she loves Johnny, and she thinks if she doesn't say the word, she can control how she feels.
She knows what we're going through, and she knows that she was out of line.
Johnny could get hurt, or worse, if this violence with Jason escalates. Jax, she's gonna try and do anything she can to stop that from happening. I get that.
I don't hear you talking about Lulu right now. I hear you talking yourself into getting involved. And I'm gonna ask you not to. Stay out of it, Carly. Let Jason deal with this himself.
It would be the smart move, right? Make a secret deal with Jason, let him take all of the risk. But after what happened to Michael, I think you really do want out, Sonny. I think you really will do whatever you can to protect the children that you have left. So that's why I am advising you, reach out to Anthony, okay? Offer him some assurances. I'll do whatever I can to make him believe it. That way, you'll be in the clear when he goes after Jason.
So what are you gonna do?
No way, you did that?
I did, yeah.
That's good.
Really?
Yeah.
Stone Cold, this is most unexpected.
I live here.
Yeah, This isn't what it looks like.
It looks like you're having dinner with Sam.
Yeah, it is a tutorial. We're trying to simulate a successful date with Maximista.
Don't bother trying to explain. We'll pick this up another time.
Wait. Sam is only here because she took pity on me after a most humiliating experience at the firing range.
Police file charges?
No blood was shed. Mine or anyone else's.
Yeah, he likes a girl and he's trying to impress her.
Fair Samantha is trying to enhance the meager manly traits with which I've been endowed.
Well, basically, Spinelli's biggest mistake is trying to act like you.
The Jackal offers his most humble apology and is sadly aware that in light of your former attachment, it is most uncomfortable for Fair Samantha and Stone Cold to be in the same room, let alone the apartment they once cohabitated.
No, you know what? That was a long time ago, and I was sad at it at the time, but I'm completely over it. I had absolutely no agenda coming here. I really didn't. I'm just trying to get Spinelli to see that he doesn't have to act like you or Johnny Sakara or anyone else. He just really needs to be himself.
Jekyll, has asked the master to share the secrets of his chick magnetism. He does one day hope to emulate the brooding man of danger in a few words.
Trust me, Spinelli, talking to a brick wall starts to really wear on a woman. You are sensitive and confident. Someone a girl will love to open up to and confide in. And I think in the long run, it will win out over any brooding bad boy attitude.
Yeah. I need to see you. Now.
Don't worry. I'm not stalking you. Disappointed?
I think I made myself pretty clear back at Kate's office.
Yeah, but we're alone now.
What are you doing?
If Lulu's gonna accuse me of dropping my dress to get your attention, then it worked.
I'm trying to be nice about this, Maxie.
Don't pretend on my account. I know you're not a nice guy. I kind of like that.
Then you should know I have my limits.
Lulu acts like she can deal with the danger. She runs around reminding everyone she's a Spencer, like it's some badge of honor, like she's rough and ready. But it's just an act. When she gets here, she's gonna talk about the latest drama, how her daddy doesn't care about her enough, and she's scared and confused. But she doesn't know what she wants, much less how to go for it.
Are you through?
You know I'm right. That's why you're so back and forth about Lulu. She can't handle you. I've made no secret of the fact that I don't really care for Lulu, but I kind of feel sorry for her because if she keeps going on like this, she's just gonna get hurt.
How many times am I gonna find you with this slut?
I cannot believe you are listening to a word out of Maxie's mouth.
If you can't handle Johnny talking to another girl, what are you gonna do when there's a real problem?
If you want to finish your conversation, please let me know.
Okay, as far as I'm concerned, Maxie's talking to herself over here. I'm not interested in her or anything that she has to say.
Then you're gonna have to learn the hard way that I'm right.
And you're gonna have to learn the hard way to keep your mouth shut.
And when you do, I'll be waiting.
Why do you let her get under your skin?
Because she knows how to push my buttons, and I'm already keyed up. You have Jason coming after your family. He's not someone you want to mess with.
And I just told my father that we have nothing to gain by going to war with Jason. I think he understood.
So, what's gonna happen now?
Oh, I find a hotel for starters. My house is a pile of kindling.
No. You don't have to find a hotel. You can stay with me.
I thought you... It's the worst part, you know. I reached out to her. Thinking that she's back. And then I realized all over again that she's gone. I'm sorry. I'm really sorry.
For what?
Well, the fire's under control, but the house is pretty much gutted.
Screw the house. What about my roses?
Most of them survived.
That's a sign. I can rebuild.
Anthony, I spoke to Sonny. He had nothing to do with this.
So far.
Look, he's given up everything to make sure that his other son doesn't wind up in a coma. I know that is a difficult concept for you to grasp, a father doing that for his son. Anthony, Jason is in charge. This was his call.
We should retaliate.
I'm gonna do what my son advised. For now. Jason Morgan can run his business, we'll run ours, we'll stay out of each other's way. Then, when Mr. Morgan is comfortable, when he lets down his guard, that's when we drop the hammer. Because nothing is gonna stop me from putting that guy in the ground!
I'm not going to get involved in Jason's business. And besides, he wouldn't listen to me anyway.
That is not the same as staying away. Jason is more dangerous than Sonny right now.
I've talked to Jason. He's not coming anywhere near the house, and he's not coming anywhere near Morgan.
Right. But you intend to continue your friendship with him. Even though it could bring the same violence down on Morgan that put Michael in a coma.
Morgan will be safe, Jax.
How can you say that?
Jason did not want to take over. He did it for me. So now he's a target, and he's alone, and I will not desert him.
So after all the hell you've been through, after all the grieving that you've done for your son, you've learned absolutely nothing.
What the hell were you thinking, Bird Mountain? Anthony's across house. You want to take the old man out. Kill the bastard.
It's not your call to make anymore.
I understand, but I didn't leave things in your hands so you can destroy them in 24 hours. Now, you got a short time frame right now to fix things. Find him and kill him.
You can give all the orders you want at the warehouse. I do not work for you anymore. You wanted me running things? I'm running things.
Stay tuned for scenes for the next General Hospital.
On the next General Hospital.
I feel like you were unfaithful to Emily.
You married Jax, not Jason. You got 1,000 more hits, and they're all incredibly strange.
I'll give you everything you need to know.
Goodbye.
Watch weekdays on ABC, weeknights on Silver.